Hey girls, just quick review of your match last weekend. I'm sure it was nice to get out on the field 11v11, knock some of the rust off. I'm sure I'll be a little rusty. This is the first batch of videos for the fall or for the spring. So going to focus on a couple of things. First couple clips are just about switching the point of attack and just showing us moments that maybe it can alleviate some of the pressure when we have possession. Then we're going to look at some ball security and then our defensive shape when we recover. So, good. As I watched the film, overall, you guys kept playing and kept doing what you normally do, and that's great. But just something that maybe can help us a little bit as we get going into the spring season. So you can see we have the ball in a throw, and as we get the ball into play, just want you to recognize where all the blue jerseys are. They're pretty much all on that side of the field. So, it's just recognizing here that as we get into play in the middle with Bree there, you can just see where all of their players are, and you can see where all of the time and space is. And I think, once you see this, you'll recognize it, and the ball skirts through and we break the line to get a 3v3, 4v4 going there. But you can see where all the time and space was. And the main reason of doing that is because you want to tire out the opponent a little bit more. And if you look at it logically, we scored our goals at the end of the second half, whereas, they had energy to play with us for much longer. If we sap that energy, early on in the match, we may get more scoring opportunities or create more scoring opportunities because we've shifted them a little bit more. So this would be the moment here, even though once Lubick gets the ball, are we able to switch it again? Maybe take all these players out of the play by just one ball, and this is one of their stronger players. So can we get her tired by making her chase and defend instead of letting her jog and then have the energy to attack later on? So again, as we get it out there, if we can't get the service on, look at where the time and space is for us to be able to bring the ball back, push the ball forward, and make them work a little bit harder. Same thing here. Okay, Bree has now stepped in and done the job to challenge the play. And now once we get clear possession of the ball here, Sammy, is it maybe you can start to shuffle to your right here just to create a little bit more space, when you get the ball, because right now Bree is just coming in to occupy the same space that you're in. So if you're here when you receive it, now this player has to come here, and now you just play a nice little ball back to Bree, and we have time and space. Everybody does. But right now we're making it a little easier for them. Maybe this is a moment where we play the goalkeeper, just so again we can get into our shape and our build up. So we play to our goalkeeper, and now this is what our back four looks like, and our midfielders can break lines this way. Okay, so that's what we want to look like, and you'll see that's not what we look like. And again, all we're looking to do is, can we switch the point of attack here? Can we play the ball into the goalkeeper, into Kate even, and get the ball to the other side, because it forces all three of these girls to have to run 30, 40 yards that they're not going to have to. Good entry pass. This is another moment. So if you're on a half turn Hannah here, now you're carrying it into this space or playing it out there to the left to Jay, or even a diagonal ball in there. And again, where are they most dense? Where do they have the most players? It's here, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, and then one over here. So where's the time and space? Where is the area that we should be attacking? And as you can see, they're most dense there. So the chances of them winning the ball increase, exponentially, because they're able to get on the ball. And now it's a counter attack, which, because Sammy was in a good spot in the build up to switch the point of attack, to play it into the higher space. Now our 6, which we don't really want her doing, has to do a 30-yard sprint back. Even though she's doing that, making sure that everybody else is shifting over as well is very important. And not much of an opportunity, but it could have been a shot if she slows herself down a little bit. So Switching the point of attack, very important. Defensive recoveries and our shape when we're defending. We know that you guys are a great team defensively and individually, but it's once we get broken down in this situation, you can see that there's gates open. You can see there's a lot of space here if their outside back is to bomb forward. They don't do that, but she's able to play it out wide and create a 1v1 chance and get service off. So something we got to be careful of. Nobody's looking at this player right here. Sammy's okay there. This player here is pretty much on everybody's back shoulder. So we just want to be very, very careful here, not giving them that opportunity to make it easy. Just one of their free kicks, a ball security moment for us. Once we gain it, can we, could we have played back here so that we can get into our big shape to build out? And we don't, that's okay. It happens. We're still working to get it. Can we get in on the challenge here? So again, it's a little bit of a melee here. We're not able to get clear possession. Ball's bouncing around. The ball's not secure. Maybe we can play our goalkeeper there just easy and let her end it. Just lots of different options for us to look at. One of their goalkeepers punts. As that ball raises up, it's in the air. What do we look like defensively? And are we able to play out with a back pass here? If we're going to pass it out to Jalen, put some pace on it because you can see all the space she has there. And now we've got to recover. Good initial pressure. What I'm looking for in video now is what does our body shape look like to get back? Are we jogging? Are we at a full sprint? Are we tight and getting back to cover? We're managing that area right there. It's actually pretty well defended, but we don't get it. And now we're in a situation where we're kind of looking at our goal defending. Good way to protect the goal there, all 4 or 5 of you. Get the ball out of trouble. Ball's not secure, get secure, right idea. Okay, it's almost maybe important for you just to take a touch there. Not necessarily, not a necessity. Like obviously, if you connect that pass, everyone's happy. But if you take the touch and then find her, I think you had the time, or even find Bree, who can find her, or Bree can carry it towards Chloe and Hannah, and then create the numbers up there. That's okay. Stuff happens. Now, what's the response? Are we going to get back? Are we getting back? Are we getting connected into our shape? As they start to counter. Initial ball in, not really dealt with and not secure. So we got to make sure we get after it. Hannah does a good job to pick it up. Can we pass to her right away? That would be important. Instead of dribbling, we pass there, and now this goes back to our, using the width and switching the point of attack. We use the pass there, and then Layla, you can run in behind, and then maybe Lubick can take her on 1v1. But now it's just a 2v2. Everybody's tight together. Goes out for a throw. Just be aware of the recovery here. Like I said before, things happen. Good initial pressure. Once she's out, so we want to start to drop out a little bit. So what hurts us more in this situation is that pass into the time and space. What doesn't hurt us is a pass to the center back. It actually gives our team time to drop back and cover. And now we got to be very careful. So once we commit to this player here, we leave that area wide open, and that's what we've got to be careful of, because you can see all of us having to run, and look at our shape here. So if we back up just a little bit as this ball is played, highest forward all the way back to our center backs, it's a lot of space there for us to have to defend and contend with. So there's some openings for them, there. As soon as this player starts to dribble, Maddie, we got to drop in with that shape there in case they do play the ball, so you're a little bit closer. Doesn't get a great shot off, but a left-footed player definitely does a better job there. On the loss of possession here. Tough pass. Can we switch the ball out to Bree there and go another direction? Look, here's where all your time and space is. Now, as they get it, you know, can we get everybody together? Can we get everybody together? Can we get everybody together? You know, can we step up? Can we drop in? You know, all of those things become important. Big gap right here. We got to be careful, get our center backs up. And now it gives them time and space to play. So just take a snapshot of this as the ball started right here. Once you're that spread out, we give them a lot of gaps to be able to play against us, and you know they're just able to play in behind, and it makes things much easier for them to be on the front foot attacking. An unfortunate goal that they score. So take a look at that. If you have any questions, get in touch. Obviously, you know, not trying to be super critical, just trying to say, you know, these are things that as we build into the next matches, especially a big one against Celtic, we want to be really prepared for that moving forward. And that's just in a couple of weeks. Get in touch with any questions. We'll see.